All right, y'all. So we are here by the planetarium, and just right here, so you can see the skyline. It is a bit bright. Don't mind me. Blame the sun if it looks a bit funny. But obviously, this is going to be a little bit more of a serious video. A lot more different uh, things that we're going to be talking about. A lot more serious. Just because before I would not pay attention to any of this because I guess I was younger. I wouldn't really want to focus on any of it. But this is what's going on. All of these things are affecting not only the people in my life, just people all around the country, just affecting people's lives, people's families, just livelihoods. And it's something that I realized that I need to go ahead and take more seriously. And I figured with everything that's going on, I want to go ahead and talk about it. Even though I'm not a really, really huge creator, I still feel like, hey, I'm part of this community that's being affected, and it's not just my community. A lot of other communities all over the country that's being affected, and I figured, you know what? Let me go ahead and give my 2 cents on everything, and just how I feel about stuff. And I'm gonna try and not cut the video as much. And there's a helicopter. Uh, Bro, I was just talking about how I don't want to cut, and you're over here doing this. If this was an actual regular video, I would have go ahead and cut that part out. But this is what we're doing, and just going ahead and speaking about specific things, just specific topics with everything that's going on. I feel like I keep repeating. That's probably going to keep happening. You guys are going to have to get used to that because I'm going to try and reduce the amount of cuts that happen in this video. So going off with everything that's going on, I want to go ahead and say thank you to those people who are actually using their platforms and going out there and saying, something about what's going on. I really, really do appreciate that, and I hope the community all around appreciates that, and I hope you guys know that too, that they are appreciating. I know for a fact they are, and just celebrities as a whole, like because most people think, okay, celebrities are going to talk about their own stuff, but it's great when they go ahead and use their platforms to go ahead and speak about the stuff that's actually going on, such as like Pedro Pascal, Rebecca Black, Doechis, Sabrina Carpenter, Junior H, FaZe Rug, Peso Pluma, Tito Doble P, Billie Eilish, Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Olivia Rodrigo, and recently, as of recently, because he was taking over for Jimmy Fallon, I believe, or Jimmy Kimmel, Diego Luna. And he spoke a lot about it, which was actually really, really cool. All right, so I swore that I wasn't gonna cut. That's I promise that's gonna be one of the only times, just because it was a family. I'm trying not to, go ahead and disturb their peace or whatever. But anyways, let's going back into it. Those are just some people who are using their platforms, and like I said, Diego Luna was one of the recent ones that went ahead and spoke about it on Jimmy Kimmel's late night show, and millions of people go ahead and watch that. So it's great that he used that time he used to like sub in for Jimmy Kimmel to go ahead and speak on that. And that was honestly really, really incredible. I really love that he went ahead and did that, just speaking out because he's a part of the community that's being affected. And it feels really great that there's people out there and that have those large platforms going ahead and doing all of that. And that means a lot. Now going into some of the celebrities or people that have a good influence over people or just have a large platform out there on the internet or just with any space that they're a part of. I'm sure you guys will go ahead and see a pattern with who I'm going to name. You guys will see a pattern in the type of people that are being named. You'll go ahead and see. Let me just go start ahead and naming them. Ryan Garcia, Conor McGregor, Sylvester Stallone. That one sucked. I was like, Sylvester, come on, bro. You were one of the goats, and I went ahead and lost you because you want to go ahead and support a dickhead. Going on ahead, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. Yeah, I don't know if he still is supporting him just because of like recent stuff he has been saying. I'm sure he still is. They're probably just having a little cat fight as of now. But he's still going on the list just because it's unknown. Dio Vaughn, Joe Rogan, Caitlyn Jenner, Jake and Logan Paul, Dr. Phil, Zachary Levi, Rob Schneider. These are a little bit funny ones. Kodak Black and Lil Pump. That's pretty funny. And Aiden Ross. You could tell, obviously, Aiden Ross should have been on there just because he's one of those large creators who is out there using their platform and supporting these things and just going out there and saying the most ridiculous stuff. Like, if you don't support that vision that Trump has, you're stupid and you shouldn't be in America, which is, he's been saying stupid stuff like that, which is, it just, I'm trying to be as like coherent as possible and be able to keep a calm state of mind while speaking throughout this video, but I'm sorry if my negativity will seep through. There's a person on a ski jet. Hold on, let him pass by. Hey. Yeah, no cuts, no cuts. And it just sucks that all of these people are going ahead and supporting a felon. You know what I mean? Like, and he is a felon. For those people who are saying he's not a felon, he is a felon. He is a felon of 34 felonies on the first degree of falsifying business records to conceal any sort of damaging information from American voters. And, funny one, had also involved his situation with Stormy Daniels. He was convicted of all of those felonies, 34 felonies, and that made him the first president or former president at the time to be convicted of foreign or felony crimes. That should be noted. And he still went ahead and people still went ahead and voted for him, which sucked so bad because it's like, what are we actually doing here? What are we actually doing here? Just want to go ahead and talk about actually now the ICE themselves. You know, all of that is scaring me. I feel like I have to keep a high alert, not just for myself, but like for the people that I love, and even like just people out there that people like follow me on social media, and I want to go ahead and say, hey, ISIS in this specific area, or hey, there's rumors that this is what's going on in this area. Please stay away, or just be careful. That just sucks. That sucks that that's what's going on, and I have to go ahead and do that. And it just sucks that ICE is becoming a lot more of a problem, and it's going to be a hell of a lot more of a problem later on, or coming soon, actually. Going more so specifically into just the people themselves, the officers. It makes no sense at all why. Like, they're wearing masks, and it just doesn't make sense to me. Why? Like, what's the point of wearing the masks anyways? At this point, because we know you're supporting him. We know you're supporting him. Another helicopter. Another helicopter. Yep. No cuts, y'all. No cuts. But just for those. Oh. Just for those people who are wearing the masks, I don't understand. Like, what's the point of wearing the masks? We all know you're supporting a racist, just the all-around evil person. I just don't understand why you're going ahead and wearing those masks. There really is no point. And even then, let's go more speaking into the morality of these people. What is going on in their heads that says, I want to go ahead and support this, I want to go ahead and work this? Because you're all adults working for ICE. You can go ahead and say, I'm not going to go ahead and support this guy and destroy families, quite literally kidnap people from their homes or their vehicles, break their vehicles just to get them. It makes no sense at all. It really doesn't. Because seeing all these videos of people trying to stay safe in their vehicles and ICE is just going ahead and breaking into these vehicles just to take them out, rip them out violently, it makes no sense. It really doesn't. And I really question what's going on in their heads in sorts of their morality towards people, what they see in just the people around them, how their humanity has changed over their lives. The thing is, what's funny is that I have hope that people will see what's wrong in all of this. The people who are supporting him, I hope the smallest trend of hope that you can go ahead and figure out, hey, all of this is wrong. The damage is already done. He is president. He is going to do what he needs to do to go ahead and fill his agenda. You already caused the damage, but if you are able to go ahead and figure out, hey, this guy is doing some evil shit, never mind. Which is already like, bro, you should have went ahead and done, like it's just it's all iffy, and that's just how it is. But if at the end of the day, I really feel like, go ahead, please figure out that all of this is wrong. Please figure out that you can still support the people who are being affected. You really can, because this guy, no matter how much you think you are supporting him, you're not. You're really not. And that's what's so funny to me, that all of these supporters truly think that, oh, Trump has my well-being in his eyesight, when he really doesn't. He just cares about people like him and people only like him. That's the thing. And I don't see why they think, oh, let's go ahead and support this guy who wants to get rid of our benefits from later on, or get rid of food programs such as SNAP, which we will get into right now just in a moment, or get rid of Medicaid, or just do all of these irrational decisions, when some of these people really thought, hey, Kamala is going to go ahead and do this because some people think, oh, she's a woman. Women make decisions off of emotion. They can't make rational decisions because they're just going to think, oh, I'm mad, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And it's dumb. It's really dumb. Another cut. One last cut, I promise. Back into it. It just doesn't make sense that Trump supporters really do believe that Trump cares about them, and he really doesn't. And I hope that they go ahead and realize, hey, this guy does not care about me, about people like me, and only cares about the 1%ers. And that's what his mindset is. He's a 79-year-old man. There's no hope for him. This is how he thinks. This is how he will think. And there's no changing it. There really isn't. There is no changing it at all, because he's old, bro. He's old as hell. He's not changing how he thinks. Come on now. It's not possible. We can just only hope that people, his supporters, will be able to realize what's wrong. A good old security passing by, gotta love it. Now, like I said, we were gonna talk about these food programs that are being affected, and just Medicaid, and going into all of that. I was sort of skipping ahead a little bit, but as of today, I believe as of an hour or two ago, as of the recording of this video, the Trump's big ass ugly bill, we're not naming it what he thinks it is, his big ass ugly bill was passed by Congress, and Trump now has to go ahead and sign it. He just has to sign it, and that sucks. It sucks because, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and name the things that this is affecting, and I hope you guys can see why this is leading to a very, very dark time just in our future. And I hope you guys realize that. So Trump's big ass ugly bill. So it's going to be cutting Medicaid by nearly $1 trillion. Its legislation will be raising the debt ceiling by around $5 trillion. It will be blocking wind and solar power growth and creating an energy crisis. Food assistance such as SNAP and food stamps will be taken away. ICE will be expanded and militarized, and to unleash around 4 times the amount of raids as there are going on right now, and will have its budget increased from $3.5 billion to $48.5 billion. A $45 billion increase, just in case you guys need to see what that increase really is. $45 billion, not million, billion dollar increase. Around $150 billion in additional defense spending. And also, if you make around or under $51,000 per year, which is around what roughly the average American makes in a year, guess what? You're going to have to pay more in taxes. And another thing, an additional thing that we will be going into right now, or I will be going into right now, is that student aid is going to be affected. And first of all, let's go off of the, sorry. Let's go into the ICE budget going up, what are we doing? Why does ICE need that money? I don't under like see, I could easily go into an incoherent argument, and it's probably gonna happen, but it's just it. All I have to say is why. Just why? Why does the money have to go to that? It makes no sense to me at all. It really doesn't. And like I said before, the world is just heading, or the country's just heading into a very, very dark path. And obviously, just the world in general is just going to be affected, in my opinion. Because the thing is, guys, with anything that affects here, it will affect everything. It will affect everything. The guy got into office and immediately said 100% tariff on China. All of these crazy numbers, and he's already going ahead and backtracking on some. He went ahead and backtracked on them. He's like, oh, you know what? All of this shit is kind of expensive. Um, like, you see what I mean? Like, it makes no sense why he's putting all this money, or just money is the sole thing that's leading this whole, just his whole time in office so far. It makes no sense at all. Security is passing by. Yep, and I'm on the edge, so I know they mad as hell. But it makes no sense at all. Like I said, the world is going to be entering a very, very dark path. And that budget increase of 45 billion, if that doesn't say it to you, then I don't know what does. Um, it just, we're going to see a lot more families being destroyed, taken away, and it sucks. It really does that this is all happening, and I don't want to see it anymore, but the thing is, it's easier saying that than it actually happening. And yeah, all of this is just really draining. It obviously it is, but it's just it makes no sense that all of this is happening. That he's just trying to take away all of these things and destroying all these families who are just like mine. And we have built these families, my family. We've built our foundation from being here. We've built our lives being here. We've opportunities we've gotten because we are here, and this guy wants to go ahead and be selfish and just not even see. The thing is, I'm trying to be nice, but the thing is, I shouldn't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. He's going ahead and being just an evil person, and going ahead and wanting to take all these opportunities from people. And it sucks. It sucks that this is happening. And and another thing too, going into that, student aid is being affected. I have said before, if my student aid is taken away, I am dropping out. I know for some people it's like, what are you doing? What do you mean? But like, putting myself in debt, like crazy amounts of debt, just because I want to go ahead and finish my years of college. Yeah, some people will go ahead and do it. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I will end up doing it. But right now, it just does not seem like the viable option, because this bastard is doing all of this tax stuff, and even saving money. Like, so me and my friend were joking, oh, maybe saving money is not even the plan anymore. Obviously it is, but it's like, what's the point if this guy just wants to take our money, and we'll find other ways for us to spend our money in the way that he wants it to. But yeah, student aid is taken away. It's getting, or at least will be very, 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 very much affected for millions of Americans who need the student aid, such as myself. This is the world. This is what all of you supporters voted for. And for some of you people who are saying, no, this isn't what I voted for. I didn't vote for him to go ahead and, do all of these things to these people, and I didn't want any of this. You did, because that is your votes mean. You fully support what that person means uh, by voting for them. You know what? At least support that human being. You know, obviously we could have our dislikes on specific things that these people are doing. Um, but the thing is, your vote means you're supporting them. You're supporting what they're doing. You support what they're going for, their overall agenda. Because, you see, I don't get. Some people were saying, yeah, it's the lesser of two evils. Oh, if you pick Kamala, yeah, she's still, yeah, like, yeah, she had her things going on that were, you know, not okay either. But the thing is, lesser of two evils, my ass on that. It makes no sense because, in my opinion, there is the clear winner in that Trump is very much the greater evil. You're telling me if Kamala got into office, she was going to go ahead and do this? Increase the ICE budget by $45 billion? Make it so if you make less than $51,000, oh, you're going to have to go ahead and pay taxes, more taxes. You're telling me Kamala was going to go ahead and do that? This bastard went ahead and said Kamala will take, if Kamala gets into office, she will take us to war in 6. And this bastard managed to do it in 5. You see what I mean? Like, you're telling me Kamala would have done all that? You're telling me Kamala would have placed all of those tariffs? You're telling me she would have done all of this stuff? I don't think so. And that's why I'm like, you know what, for this one, usually I'd be like, yep, everyone has their political differences. That is how the world works. But this time, I'm sorry, because that I just can't. My conscience doesn't allow it, because now I feel like it's just a battle of morality, a battle of humanity, and just how people, because we are all people, how they are all being affected. And it just sucks. Another helicopter. Yippee! Another helicopter. Let's go, buddy. Let's go, ABC 7 News. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Maybe I'm on the news. Who knows? Um, it now I feel like it's a lot more of a question of having hope for people, because we're all people, no matter what ethnicity, what race, what sexuality, none of that. Like, why I don't get why they care so bad about people's sexuality too. It's like, let people be who they are. It doesn't matter just anything about who you are. We're all people at the end of the day. We're all here in the world. I don't understand why it's difficult for people to go ahead and not understand that. And it just sucks so bad that is what's being questioned. Just people being people. And that's what sucks. Why can't we just live together, united? And that's not gonna happen. Probably not for a while. And that's just how it is. And it's just very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. And if I wanted to go ahead and talk about all of this stuff, I wanted to go ahead and show y'all that there are plenty of people who do think like me, who are going ahead and taking a stand, who are going ahead and fighting for what they believe in, who are fighting for people, for humanity, just for unity, just for being able to have the same opportunities as everyone else. I want to go ahead and show y'all that I did go ahead and go to the No Kings protest that happened last month. I wanted to go ahead and go to this protest even without making this video. I wanted to go ahead and go, but since I got the idea of making this video, I figured let me go ahead and document some footage, so just so you guys could see what is going on, because we all, if you support the communities that are being affected, go ahead and do a protest or show at least on a level you're supporting it. Go ahead, take action. We have to. At this point, it needs to happen, and it's just what we have to do. So this is just some footage of me going around. I had went with 2 friends of mine who had also wanted to go to the protest themselves. Ooh. who had also wanted to go to the protests themselves. Sorry, and it was a really, really interesting experience. It was at least I believe, my second ever protest that I had ever been a part of, and it was definitely the biggest one. He's going on a run. Definitely the biggest one that I have been a part of. Um, I had been a part of a smaller one for someone that I will just say for the safety of this person and my family, of someone that I knew. And it was for their status here, and it was for whether they are able to stay here or not, fighting for them not to be deported. And at the end of the day, it did not work. They are over there in Mexico, they are A-OK, but the fact that the deportation of that particular person, went ahead and happened, still hurts and it still sucks. That's all I'll say about that. But this was for a bigger magnitude than anything that I have ever thought of. This fully, everything had been cemented in my head before, but this protest fully cemented it in my head. Fully. This is what we have to do to change the future. This is what we have to do to go ahead and show these people, hey, we're not giving up. You ain't no king. You are not a king, bro. Because you're not, bro. I just don't understand why your agenda is all of this stuff. And I don't want to take too much time into, like, just going into, tangents and stuff. So I'm trying to stay in line with the stuff that I'm talking about. It sucks that we have to do it, but it needs to be done. Lots of people with their different cool signs, a lot of interesting signs to say the least. Just seeing all of these people united, knowing that, hey, there's people like me, I already knew that, but knowing that they are here next to me fighting for what needs to be done. Ooh, some water splashing. Hell nah. I'm not trying to get wet. But it just sucks. And then there's like these police people who are going ahead and supporting ICE, even though supposedly the police are on our side, and even the mayor of Chicago went ahead and said, yep, we are not supporting ICE. ICE, or the police, are on the people's side. They are for the people, even though there are videos of people getting, in a sense, assaulted by police who are supporting ICE. And, it just sucks that there are policemen who are going ahead and doing stuff like that. And especially that there are people who, damn, there's bugs everywhere. That what's it called? That they're going ahead and breaking vehicles to make it seem like the protesters had done it, and doing stuff like that just to make us look bad, when all we're doing is trying to spread the message that we are not giving up to the bullshit. We aren't. And it just sucks that, yeah, the police is not on our side. And even if Mayor Johnson went ahead and said that on a press conference, the one time that I even see him, and the one time that I've heard of him do something in a very long time, and it sounds like a lie, because we are clearly seeing that it's a lie. But yeah, that was the footage of some things that were going on in that protest. It was a really, really amazing experience. If you guys can, go ahead and go to one of those experiences, because, I think it's very important, and we have to go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, people going on the run. I should probably go on a run too one of these days. Now, speaking more so directly to the people who voted for Trump specifically, I need you to realize that this guy does not care about you. He doesn't have your well-being in mind. He doesn't care what your future looks like. He only cares about his future, his agenda. People like him, the one percenters, he only cares about that. He only cares about money. He only cares about his racist agenda, because that's what it is. His agenda to destroy humanity, just to destroy the country, to destroy the things that we have, the programs that we need to go ahead and survive, that people who have less than me to go ahead and survive. Because I'm not going to lie and think like, oh, my life is perfect. No, but my life is not as hard as others, and they need this stuff a lot more. And this guy wants to go ahead and take it away because he's a greedy bastard and he just wants money and wants people like us to go ahead and pay for his things so he can go ahead and do the things that he wants. So please realize that this guy does not care about you guys. And please, at least, you already did the damage, but please go ahead and realize that you can go ahead and support the people who really need the support, not him. And I guess going into, because I'm not a big influencer, like I stated before in the video, I'm not. But for the people who are big influencers and have a platform and are able to say something and should say something, please say something. People's silence do damage. And that's why I'm going ahead and sharing my 2 cents. Because, yeah, I'm not a big influencer. I'm saying it again, sorry. But I'm not a big influencer, but I am saying something because I feel like it is my responsibility to go and say my 2 cents. So for influencers who have that big platform, whether you're a part of my community, the Latino community, or not, go ahead and please say something. Because if you do not, that is worrying to me. It is worrying to me that something is going on here, and I'm sorry, but a lot of these there's a lot of streamers or a lot of influencers who are using their platforms to go ahead and spread this guy's agenda. And please, I need some of you guys who are a lot bigger, have a lot stronger fan base, and especially a lot younger ones, to go ahead and use your platform to influence these people who watch you to go ahead and know what the proper path in life is. Hey, this stuff is going on. Hey, this community is being affected. Trump doesn't have our best interest. Don't support that guy. That's all we need. That is all we need from you influencers. And this is some people will be like, oh, you have a big ego thinking these people are going to go ahead and watch this video. Yeah, this video is probably not going to get any views or anything, but just in case one viewer manages to be a guy with a massive influence, then hopefully you see this video and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and say something. So that's the goal. You don't even have to be an influencer. I hope that you are able to take away from this video, hey, let me go ahead and say something or participate in something to go ahead and support the communities that need to be supported. And I guess to specifically Trump himself, I truly wonder what your stance on people is. What you think of people. Yep. There are some boats passing by or some ski jets passing by and stuff. They're going real slow. But I'm going to go ahead and speak over them. Trump, I really wonder what your stance on humanity is, what you think of people, and what made you think like this. You are an evil human being. Very evil human being. And you amaze me with each more evil thing that you do. And that just sucks. It sucks really bad. But as of right now, all of this stuff that's happening to Medicaid, Trump supporters, this is what you voted for. All of the stuff that's going to happen to student aid, this is what you voted for. All of the taxes that you're going to have to pay for now, and a lot more taxes that you're going to have to pay for now, this is what you voted for. All of the families and lives that are going to be destroyed because you are supporting this guy, that is what you voted for. Because it is. All of these things that are causing the destruction of just the country, and in my opinion, the world's future as a whole, that is what you voted for. It is what you voted for. And that is my 2 cents on everything. I hope you guys are able to take away something from all of this and just what I have to say. We have to go ahead and say something because my family, todos ellos, that they're being affected by it. And I can't tell the future. Y yo no sé cómo todo esto va a afectar a ellos en el futuro, pero si va a pasar algo, de seguro sí. Ojalá no, pero de seguro algo sí va a pasar. Ojalá no a las personas que yo amo, o las personas que están cerca de mí, a un lado de mí, las personas que yo trabajo con ellos. Ojalá nada pasa. Pero porque este güey está dando más dinero a ICE, ya nadie sabe lo que va a pasar. Y ojalá podamos vivir en paz. And just for now, please guys, please please just think about what is right. Think about people. Be good, strive to be good. And that's ultimately what I want. The last thing I want to say in this video is please strive to be a good person and show others a path, a way to go ahead and be a good person. Because at this point, the communities that are being affected need all the help that they can get, and just don't lose hope. Please go ahead and keep fighting. We have to, y nunca vamos a parar. Con que lo que va a pasar no importa, vamos a estar aquí. Nuestras vidas están aquí. Mi familia está aquí. Y yo nunca me voy a ir. Y eso es todo. That's all that I have to say right now. Please go ahead and share this because this is my story, or at least my 2 cents on the things that I wanted to go ahead and talk about. And yeah, share this with the people you know. Get this out there. Be good. Be good people, guys. That's all. Thank you.